Welcome back everyone to the Hello World Guy, and this is episode number 13 of the platformer series, and I have really been wanting to finish it in this episode, but sadly I think it will take the next one. But today we are going to implement a nice system. Today we are basically going to finish our game for most of the part, then we are going to add some additional stuff, I guess. Later, by the way, I just increased the size of my background to 1.5, as you can already see, because that seems a little better. Maybe you can make it 1.6. Yeah, that's nice. If I go under game, you can see it just kind of changes how zoomed in it is. It's up to you. And but one thing that I would like to address is that I have this redesigned my level a little bit. The design is the same, just change some of the sprites, and this is what it looks like now. And I have added coins here, here, and here, and I have made our enemy here. And if I select my oh, by the way, I have created this empty game object called coins with a position of not zero. Come on. This object called coins to just to organize the coins a bit. And if I go ahead in my enemy points, you can move these below everything if you want to. It's a little bit easy to find. You can see we have got our enemy 1 point here. If I just switch to location mode, you can see this one is here and the other one is here. So the enemy will basically walk on this platform. So I would make it a little bit like this. Yeah, that's better. And now I'm let's just I'm going to hit play right now to show you what our level currently feels like to play. And I'm sure most of you had noticed this problem already, and I have also increased the camera size, by the way, to 12, because seeing our size of our level, our camera was kind of small. I've also increased the jump size, jump force a little bit. Anyways, most of the time this level seems fine. Actually it doesn't, but there are a couple of problems that I want to address. And the most common one, obvious one, that you probably have noticed already if you are following along or watching the videos closely, but you might not have, but it's a really common problem and really easy to fix too, which is that as you can see, if I keep holding my left arrow or D key, my player sticks to this wall. Why does that happen? If I can just kind of make him be suspended in gravity, and this gets really annoying as we start working on larger levels. The player kind of sticks to the walls, and as you can see, it's just kind of running into the wall. The reason why is that happening, and what is the reason for this, and how can we make it stop it? As you can see, I can just stick even if my player's head is like near it. Well, we are actually using a different flow of the rigid body. We are not like using absolute physics. We are setting the velocities instead of relying on adding forces and stuff. So this basically friction, which is happening right now, is causing problems. So it would benefit to have no friction at all. And how can we increase our friction, decrease our friction to zero? Well, that's really easy to do. All you need to do is create, right click here in your, you can create a separate folder for this. I will create a folder called physics, and this will contain all our physics assets, which is currently only one. And create a, go under 2D here, and you can find physics material 2D here. Just call it player physics material, physics material. Okay, now this if I you can see this has got a friction by default of 0.4, and if you have no physics material, then that is what is the default, but we want no friction at all. If I just set this to 0, and I go under if I select my player here, you can see in the rigid body here, just close everything else, rigid body, we have got physics material option here, physics material 2D, not the 3D one. If I go under here, you can see we've got a physics material here, but this is a 3D one. Go under 2D and you will find the 2D one, and make sure that the friction is 0, and that should be enough to fix our problem. So if I hit play now, you should see that the player no longer sticks to the walls. That is another bug, the animation one. We'll fix that as well, but you can see that the player kind of normally slides down the ball. You might want to have a little bit of friction, like let's say 0.05, but 0.25, let's say. Okay, that doesn't really make much of a difference. Let's try 0.05, and you can see that kind of causes a sticking problem, so it's better to have it just at 0. So yeah, this is pretty nice, and it's not causing any problems because we do not have actual we don't have actual physics. We just have kind of a rigid body for moving, but not like, and collision detection, but not like a proper physics system that you would expect. so that it doesn't really hurt to have zero friction, even though it normally would cause the game to break. So yeah, this is an easy fix for that bug. Alright, so after we have this bug fixed, now it's time to move on to the next part, which is some kind of level progression system, because currently there is one level in our game, nice, but it's only one level, and of course we want to have multiple levels in our game that we can, transition between, and yeah, kind of that stuff. But before we actually get to designing the actual level progression system, the question that we need to ask ourselves is this: what how do we actually do level progression? What I mean by that is, when are we supposed to finish a level, when we need to define a criteria for finishing a level, when you can say that this level is complete, so we need to design a system for moving on to the next one. Currently there is no such system. Maybe we want to have some kind of key that the player needs to reach, or some kind of place that the player needs to open up, but I'm going to go with a particularly simple solution, which is this. We are going to essentially have a system in which our coins determine when we finish the level. So we are going to have a portal, or kind of a gate, where we exit the game, and we can only access that once we have collected all the coins. So yeah, that's kind of the system that I have planned, and we are now going to implement that. So to start, what I'm going to do is actually change our UI a little bit. So select my coins text here, uh, oh, not here, canvas, coins background, coins text, and make it so that we are saying something like 10 by 10. And yeah, that's nice. And if I turn on auto sizing and I add a little bit of padding to the left and the right, you can see this is what it looks like. That's nice. I can select the coins background though, and I can increase its width a little bit until it's a bit better, and I can increase its position a little bit like that, and that looks nice. But yeah, that's basically what we are going to do. We are going to have points 10 by 10 right now, and I think I'm also going to change the ammo text a little bit to show the ammo as well. So if I go under ammo background and select the ammo text, you can see it's currently 20 by 100. We are going to add ammo before that, because it's kind of not obvious what this is right now. It's really not that obvious, so yeah, we're going to add that and increase its width as well, and then increase its position to something like that. Yeah, it looks nice. Maybe decrease the height. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. So now we have got a nice UI. Now of course if I hit play, then all of these should be just reset to what they were before, because as you can see, if it actually starts, it's taking a long time for some reason. Once the game starts, you should see that this coins goes back to what it originally was, because that's the way that we have programmed it in the code. So as soon as it starts, you can see what happens. Coins go back to the old format, and so do these ammo. So in order to fix that, of course we need to open up our script. So if I go under scripts here, I'm going to open up my player script first of all, and that's the only script. Alright, so in here what I'm going to do is, you can see we have got our health field image and in ammo text here, whatever. We are going to go down and try to find where we actually set these. So if I've gone under my start method, we set this coins to this, which I'm not going to actually do right now, because I think that we can just take this this statement here, whole statement, go under update method, and we are going to just put it after this one. Oh, come on. I didn't actually mean to do that. Uh, okay, we accidentally cut another statement. Anyways, go here and update function. Kind of hard to find sometimes, and paste this here. Okay, and then we do not need to do this when we actually go in our function where we get the coin. So coin collected, and we do not need to set the text. We are doing it in the update now. Now we will get to the coin. Right now, for now we can just add something like this, I guess, even though that doesn't make any sense. Oh, and yeah, by the way, you do not need coins to string, you can just put coins here, and in here we are going to add it so that it matches our original our format that we have set. So ammo, uh, ammo, and yeah, that's exactly what we want. Now for this we need to find out the total number of coins that exist in our level. And how can we do that? Well, first we need to find out the criteria that defines our coins. What is a coin? How do we know that a particular game object is a coin? So in order to do that, once it compiles, I'm going to go under my coins folder and this folder kind of thing, and then I'm going to select the coins, and you can see we have got a coin script here, and that is, I think, enough to recognize this. Alright, so and what am I going to do here in order to find that out is remove this, of course. And for the actual amount, what we will do is if I just type find here, you can see a lot of different kind of functions. Now we need to use one called find objects of type, not object of type, objects of type. And for the type, we can just give it coin. And if I actually do that, and then add this, and then we can use the length of this, because the find objects of type function is like an array of points. It will run an array of points because we have provided it with this find argument, template method, generic method. If I open it up, I don't actually want to do that. Okay, you can see we have got a method which is generic, and two methods which are generic, and we have also got non-generic methods here, if I can find them. But we have got, okay, so yeah, but like find object of type like this one, in which we get the type. So these the reason that we have got these one is you will have to cast them and then do a bunch of other stuff, which is a kind of complicated. So that's the reason we are using this generic method here, and just use the length of this, and that should be enough. So if I go on Unity, hit play, what you should see is that this jumps to 4, and that's nice. But there is a problem with this. When I collect one coin, it changes to 3, and then to 2. Even this is the total number of coins in the scene, not the total number of the coins left. So yeah, fixing this is relatively simple. Just go here, and what we can do is I can cut this, and I can go here and I can create a private int here called total coins, and this is going to be read only. Okay, and we can set it once. So if I go here and say this, and then I go where is it, total coins, and I can set total coins is equal to this. And okay, set read only field, you can only, I forgot, you can only set read only field inside the constructor, not here. But yeah, that kind of works. So now we have got total coins, and we have set them to this, and what we can do here is only use total coins, total coins. So this way we will only use the calculate the total number of coins in the start of the game, and then we play when we collect one coin, it won't decrease kind of in a weird way, because that's not supposed to happen. So now if I play, you can see that it cleanly changes to 1 by 4, to 2 by 4, to 3 by 4, and if I just go ahead and let me kill this, and if I just go ahead and collect the fourth coin, which is over here, then it should change to 4 by 4. And now you have collected all of the coins. I think now it's time to I think it should be the time to move to the next level. So how are we going to implement that? Well, for that you will need to see the next video, because this is pretty much it for this video, because it's getting long, and I'm going to implement the whole level system in the next video. It's not going to be that complicated, hopefully. So in the next video we are going to finalize our game. So I will see you tomorrow, and make sure to like and subscribe, and bye.